Today, I'm going to walk you through how to buy Korean Pokemon cards. And while I love them, I have to admit they're way hard to find than English and Japanese cards. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. First, I'm going to go over eBay. eBay is going to be the best one-stop shop for sealed and single Korean Pokemon cards, especially singles, since there's no TCG player equivalent for Korean cards like there is for English and Japanese. And I've had some pretty good experiences buying both single and sealed Korean Pokemon cards from eBay. And sometimes on eBay, you'll find some pretty amazing deals, like last Black Friday, where I was actually able to find 3 EV Heroes boxes for $40 each, where I was actually able to pull the Glaceon V and the Espeon V alt arts, which honestly was pretty insane because obviously there's no way I'm pulling that from Evolving Skies in English in today's market. And I have those cards here to show you. Yeah, absolutely amazing cards. And honestly, the thought of pulling these in today's market from Evolving Skies, I mean, honestly, would probably be impossible or super expensive. Another plus is eBay's buyer protections. Now, I haven't had a need to contact eBay myself just because I've had only positive experiences so far, but I have read some positive things about it. And a really quick note on how to buy Korean single cards on eBay. You're going to want to search for the card you want and sort through the sold listings to find what the market price may be. Korean cards sell way less volume than English and Japanese, so there won't be too much data, but a good rule of thumb is that Korean cards are generally 50 to 75% of the price of Japanese cards. Again, this is a very general rule and there will definitely be outliers on both ends of the spectrum. So keep that in mind. It really does depend on the specific card and the popularity of that card. Now, that being said, eBay does take some work on part of the buyer. You'll have to sort through tons of listings, compare different sellers, and juggle different shipping costs. And managing 20 tabs on your Chrome browser can honestly be super tedious. Shipping also varies quite a bit. Some sellers ship from the US while some ship from Korea. And prices and shipping times can even fluctuate a lot. Then there's also the risk of fake, resealed, or damaged products. I haven't dealt with it firsthand, but I do know it happens and I've heard some mixed experiences online. Even though eBay's buyer protection should help, I know it's going to be a headache regardless trying to figure all of that out. Now I'm going to shamelessly plug my own store, Pokecore TCG.com. Unlike eBay, my site is simple to navigate. No digging through endless listings, just the normal online store. Prices are going to be clearly listed and shipping is a flat $10 no matter how much you order. So if you're buying, make sure to add more boxes as it will help reduce the shipping cost per item. I also do keep my pricing pretty competitive. It might not always be the lowest, but I do have most Scarlet and Violet era sets in a single location, which might eliminate some shopping stresses. Also, everything I open on my channel comes from my own stock and is actually one of the ways I check for authenticity from my own products. Also, I do ship from the US, so if you're on the West Coast, it's going to be like 2 to 3 business days. If you're on the East Coast, maybe 4 to 5 business days, which will 100% beat out any shipping times from Korea if you're buying on eBay. Now, I'm not going to blindly recommend my store as the only place to buy Korean Pokemon cards. Obviously, there are some drawbacks to shopping on Pokecore TCG. The first thing is that I mainly stock Scarlet and Violet era sets. I have a decent amount of V-Star Universe in stock, but that's about as far back as my sets go. I also don't sell singles, although I do plan to sell singles in the future, so that's in the works. Also, at the time, I only ship within the US, so apologies to all of my international supporters. I do know I have received some inquiries about international shipping, but for the moment, it is going to remain US only. And of course, I know my store and my YouTube channel is still growing, so I don't have the reputation of the bigger sellers yet, which I understand. Trust and reputation takes a lot of time to build. But one of my goals on this channel is to build a honest community built around Korean Pokemon cards. So at this time, if you want to buy from other sellers that have more reputation, I 100% understand. And speaking of other sellers, if you are looking for an alternative to eBay or Pokecore TCG, there are several reputable online stores that sell Korean Pokemon cards. Now, most of these stores also have a YouTube channel, so that's where a lot of their reputation does come from. So feel free to check out both the channel and their store, and I'll have a list somewhere up here. Also, Facebook Marketplace can also be a pretty good place to find deals on Korean Pokemon cards. It is sort of a part-time job, kind of scouring through all the listings kind of every day essentially. But if you do have the time and patience to sort through all the listings, Facebook Marketplace can be pretty decent. And that's it. Now, I won't say that this is a definitive guide. Obviously, there's so much more that I can get into. But these are the ways that I would go about buying Korean Pokemon cards at the moment. But whether you go through eBay, Pokecore TCG, or any of the other sites, just make sure it is a reputable seller, and that's probably going to be the most important thing. And if this video helped in any way, consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and leaving a comment below sharing your experience with Korean Pokemon cards. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.